Hey guys, we're almost ready here. Just give us like another 5 seconds or so, and we'll be ready to go live here. Just gonna give this a test through. It seems to be working. Okay, just give us a second here. Waiting for Ed to come in here, and then we'll be live. Be right back, guys. Oh gosh, it is really loud. Let me turn that down for you. Hold on. Test. I don't know why it's so loud. Maybe I can control panel. Does that make it any better for you guys? It seems to be really loud. I don't know why it's so loud. Let me try one more thing. See if I can crank it down just a smidge. Input. Check. Check. Okay, we're gonna go with this volume because it seems to be a lot better. All right, guys, here we go.
Welcome to the Mickey Updates podcast, starring Ed, Rob, Chris, and Travis. You've arrived at your destination for the latest happenings in Orlando news and reviews. There's much to learn about this beautiful global city, and there are 4 guys willing to explain their expertise to give you this knowledge from the world-famous Walt Disney World to the wonderful SeaWorld. The Mickey Updates podcast has your dose of the latest goings-on in the Central Florida region. Now let's welcome the four guys featured on this podcast: Ed, Chris, Travis, and Rob.
All righty, welcome to this week's episode of Mickey Updates, the podcast. We are here live on YouTube, recording for iTunes. Hopefully recording. Let me double check. Oh, we're recording. Not that I haven't already checked like 5 times, so we don't have to record this again, which has happened in the past, unfortunately, due to me not pushing a button or something. But we are here live this week on YouTube. We did a little pre-show on Periscope. I love Periscope. Can't begin to tell you how awesome Periscope is. I mean, it is such. If you don't have Periscope, get Periscope because we're on it, and it is amazing.
Just came out for Android this week.
It did. It is awesome.
So no excuses
and
for Android users.
And it makes you feel like you are there without being there. It is unlike any other live streaming service that's out there. Ustream and Justin TV and YouTube all feel sort of impersonal to me. I mean, I shouldn't say impersonal, but they're not as they're more commercialized, more big production stuff, where Periscope is a guy with a camera and it's more personal and it makes you feel like you're there more. So we do, like, for example, for our feed, we do things like I'm walking the dogs. I walk the dogs almost every night, and I get on there and just chat with you guys and talk about what's going on in the theme parks. And I do that like every other night. I get on there and chat with you guys about what's going on, and you guys can ask me questions in the chat, and it's just really awesome. And then when we're at the parks, wherever we're at, like this weekend, we're going to Fun Spot. So, of course, we'll be doing a lot of periscoping from there. I'll do a live scope on the coasters. It's going to be a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of fun. So definitely download Periscope and check it out. It's really cool. You can find us Mickey Updates. I think if you already follow us on Twitter, because you use your Twitter account to sign into Periscope. If you do that, then it'll already have you on there. It should have you followed with us automatically, and you'll get an update notification every time we go live, which is a lot. So, I mean, the 24-hour day, I think we did like 30 Periscopes. So moving on, we want to thank our sponsors, though. First, we want to thank MapleLeafTickets.com. They've been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com. That's MapleLeafTickets.com. Or you can call them at 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. And I just figured out why my mic sounded off today. It's because the bass was all the way turned down. I was like, I sound weird today. I don't sound as good. 1-800-841-2837. That is the MapleLeafTickets.com phone number. Call them today. I was just telling someone on Periscope that was asking me about Legoland tickets. $30 cheaper than the gate, people. I mean, that's awesome. And this is the real deal. $30. They've been in business for 30 years, and they can get you $30 off the gate price for Legoland. So definitely check them out. MapleLeafTickets.com. You got to check them out. They are absolutely fantastic. All right, moving on. We want to also thank, we want you guys to also check out CouponOrlando.com. Yes, we've created a website that aggregates our searches or provides all the best deals in Orlando for you, from Groupon, Living Social, Travel Zoo, all these amazing sites, restaurant.com. We've created a site that aggregates all those deals together for you in one place, your one-stop shop for anything that is a deal associated with Coupon or with Orlando. And we provide that on CouponOrlando.com, plus our own exclusive deals that you can only get on CouponOrlando.com. So definitely check out CouponOrlando.com. And there's a nice link to our website. There's a nice link on our website. Before we get started here, and my thing is just a mess here. Before we get started with the news of the week, I just want to make some housekeeping notes. We have actually hired a new senior editor for Mickey Updates. So we now have a senior editor for Mickey Updates, which is awesome. So we have someone that is going to write news for us 24/7, which is fantastic. And her name is Michelle, and she is awesome, and she gets it all done. and she does a great job and keeping you guys up to date. And we are so happy to have her on the team. And I just wanted to send out my personal thanks to her on this podcast, letting her know how awesome I think she is and that she's doing an awesome job. And it is fantastic. So there you go. Thank you, Michelle. You are fantastic. All right, so we're going to get kicked off with the news of the week, and we got a lot of news to read this week. So I'm going to start off here with some news from the week of May 18th. We have a lot of news going on that week, so we're going to kick it off with this. We are now doing on the weekends a weekly roundup, which you guys can see I think we're going to do it on Saturdays. Well, this is our first weekly roundup, so I'm going to read you guys the news, and then we'll get into the news of this week because we got a lot of stuff that happened this week in like past few days. So a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of cool things. All right, Walt Disney World Resort Cinderella's Castle will receive new turns on each side. That's coming up soon here. You can see a photo of it on our website. The new turns will go in front of the castle on the ground. Disney is getting stricter on banning selfie sticks on attractions. Signs are now displayed and enforced on certain attractions. And I actually saw this with my own eyes during the 24-hour day. I saw a girl walk up to Big Thunder Mountain, and she walked down. There's signs all in front of the attraction that say no selfie sticks. There's a big one that hangs when you get to the bottom there by the trains. There's a big sign that says no selfie sticks. The girl had the selfie stick extended and was taking photos of it and not paying attention. Cast member pointed at her and said no stick. She didn't pay attention. Cast member pointed again. She didn't do anything. He took the stick out of her hand. All right, I don't think he took it out of her hand, but he took the stick from her, kind of grabbed it and said no, and then made her take her phone out and leave the stick at the ride, and she could get it when she got back, which is absolutely so freaking awesome. These do not need to be, they don't even need to be in the park, for my opinion. If you want to take my opinion, they don't need to be anywhere near the parks at all. But the cast member went above and beyond and took care of the situation, and I applaud that cast member heavily for having the cojones to stand up to this girl and tell her no, because people are literally taking these things and hanging them off the attractions and doing, I mean, it's just unsafe beyond belief, and you're going to lose your phone. I mean, it's just going to happen. So please don't take selfie sticks on any ride. It's not worth it. Please don't take them in the parks. It's not worth it at all either. They're long. People are always hitting people with them. Someone turns around and they run into it, and your phone gets knocked in the floor, or your selfie stick gets broken. I mean, it's not that important. Get someone to take the photo for you. I get that it's not a selfie because you didn't take it yourself, but still get someone to take the photo for you. I mean, we'll understand that, just don't do it. Ed, I'm sure, agrees with me. Mm-hmm. The 2015 Epcot Food Wine Festival will introduce allergy-friendly culinary demonstrations. That's coming up. Weekend 2 of Star Wars Weekends, which has already passed. Harambe Market opened this past weekend. Animal Kingdom, Cirque du Soleil La Nuba will be dark through May 31st. The Boathouse at Disney Springs is available on the dining plan now. 2 credits required per guest. That's pretty good, actually. I mean, even if it is 2 credits, I mean, considering what the other 2 credit restaurants are, you're actually going to probably get a deal here. I wonder what you can and can't get with that, though. I would be interested to see what you can and can't get with that. Because, I mean, some of those items are like $150 for, for like a 2-person meal with like a steak and all that good stuff. So I wonder if that's something you can do with that. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't. I don't have that up here. Okay. All right, we'll go back to this. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. Okay. All right, the boat has 2 credits per person. That's cool. Hoi Poli Art Gallery at Downtown Disney World permanently closed May 25th, so that's already closed. United Soccer will move in, so that makes sense for them having that cart because they're going to move in there. That was just a temporary cart. I saw them packing up too, so that makes a lot of sense. Territory Lounge is testing a new coffee shop. We actually saw this when we were there. 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a limited time. Territory Lounge is located next to Artist Point at the Wilderness Lodge. Boat Rights Dining Hall at Port Orleans Riverside has debuted a new menu. Disney Cruise Line announces new sailings. New York sailings from New York to the Bahamas include a visit to Walt Disney World Resort, plus a park hopper ticket. That's pretty cool. And round-trip transportation between the ship and the resort. All New York to Bahama voyages include a stop at Castaway Cay. So you go from New York to Orlando. So it's almost like getting a vacation to Disney World too. I mean, you get to go down to the park for the day, and then instead of flying, might as well do this, and you get to go to Castaway Cay. So there you go. Our 5-night voyage from New York to Canada stops in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and St. John, New Brunswick. So there you go. Miami, for the first time, we're offering 7-night voyages from Miami to the Eastern and Western Caribbean. Additional 2 shorter options. All sailings from Miami include a stop at Castaway Cay. Galveston, Texas. A variety of 7-night cruises are departing from Galveston, including Bahamian sailings and Western Caribbean sailings. Plus, for a quick getaway, we're offering 2 4-night sailings to Cozumel. I totally butchered that. I'm sorry. Tomorrowland has hit theaters this weekend. And can I just say, before we get into a rant about this, and Ed, please let's not turn this into a rant. I will let you give your opinion.
No.
I will let you give your opinion, but I want it to be quick because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I loved it. Ed did not like it. Ed liked it. All right, tell him quick.
The movie was good, except for the villains.
Okay, there you go. Because we could get into a long debate about that, and we have, and I don't want to get into it. It was like a 30-minute debate. Universal Orlando Resort extends its theme park tickets for active duty and retired members of the military. Purchase available. They've extended their ticket offer now through December 4th, 2015. Jack the Clown will return for Halloween Horror Nights 25, along with 9 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, and twice as many characters, September 18th through November 1st. And we should be getting news on HHN soon. I've heard there's some stuff coming up for that. This should be, not HHN, but Howl Scream soon, too. I heard they're going to announce some stuff soon there. Universal's 25th anniversary concert series starts May 23rd. Let's see, we're on May 30th. So this weekend is Pitbull. Then you have June 6th, Kelly Pickler. June 13th, Huey Lewis and the News. That's right. The News are back together and they are doing a concert. And I got to tell you, it's hip to be square. June 20th, Goo Goo Dolls. Was that funny? Was that good? No, it was not. Nothing. And June 20th is the Goo Goo Dolls. SeaWorld ticket prices have changed. $2 increase on general admission and fun card prices. $1 a month increase for multi-park pass products. And weekend tickets will drop to $70 from $75. Or excuse me, weekday tickets. That's if you pre-order online. SeaWorld has a brand new restaurant in the works. A new restaurant in the works featuring dozens of sweet and savory pretzel combinations and craft beer. And they are going to get the famous Busch Gardens pretzel. What is it called there? This thing here. The Bacon Fury pretzel. So they are going to get the famed Bacon Fury pretzel. Busch Gardens Tampa is offering a Busch Ride, Slide, and Dine ticket this summer. 2 visits and 2 meals to either Busch Gardens or Adventure Island for $99. Island Taco Truck opens at Adventure Island on Fridays and Saturdays. 3 endangered baby ring-tailed lemurs were born recently. Guests will be able to see the lemurs in the Edge of Africa area of the park in June. And the Dragon Fire Grill that has been closed for I don't know how long in the Pantopia area of the park, which features market-style dining, featuring cuisines from around the world and brand new entertainment, will open up June 1st. So there you go. Now we're going to look at some more details for Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, the 20th Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, which will take place September 25th through November 16th. Whether guest taste buds prefer spicy, sweet, or all the above, there are plenty of delectable surprises at every step or stop along the way. Here's a sneak peek, and we'll go through some of these here. New marketplace menus debut, and chefs celebrate festival favorites. Among many dishes set to debut are seared venison loin with wild mushroom ragu, which sounds awesome. I've never really had venison, so I'm very excited to try this.
I have.
I've had venison chili, but I've never had like venison steak.
I've had venison steak. It's good.
Venison, of course, being deer. Kumarara dumpling at the New Zealand marketplace, and grilled sweet and spicy grilled sweet and spicy bushberry shrimp with pineapple, peppers, onions, and snap peas at the Australian marketplace. I guess that's replacing the shrimp on a Barbie. For many, there's nothing like a yearly dip into the classic favorites like Canadian cheddar cheese soup. Oh, yes, the Canadian cheddar cheese soup. Fun fact here, if you are at Epcot, there is the possibility that you could walk into Le Cellier and order the cheddar cheese soup, and they will give it to you to go. It is not always – sometimes they make an exception, and they're just like, okay, we'll do it. So it's worth a shot. I've had friends that have done it plenty of times. They walk in there and just order right there. So it's definitely worth a shot. 4 new Eat to the Beat concert acts debut. Fan favorites return to the festival stage. Rock singer songwriter David Cook opens the Eat to the Beat concert series September 25th through the 27th. 4 new acts in a concert series lineup. Tiffany. I saw Tiffany not that long ago. Wow, these are great acts. I like these first 3 here. Tiffany, Everclear, and Maxi Priest. I like them. Shaka Khan. Oh my God, I like them all. I'm going. There's so many more concerts for me to go to this year. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Khan. I feel for you. See, people are leaving the chat when I start singing. It must be that bad. I could turn on like auto-tune or something. We could go from there. Actually, that's pretty awesome. Damn, I'm going to spend a lot of time at Epcot this next season. I can't believe Tiffany I saw Tiffany in concert. She was pretty good. She really only has like one song. But she does it well. And she still puts on a good show. And this was recently. I saw her like last year. Everclear is fantastic. Maxi Priest is reggae, if I'm not mistaken. The name, I remember the name. I like some of the songs. I can't think of the songs at the top of my head. But I like the song. And Shaka Khan,
Keep you rocking.
Keep you rocking, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Well, they will belt out chart-topping hits. Other popular acts include Wilson Phillips, Smash Mouth, the Pointer Sisters, Jody Messina, Boyz II Men. I love Boyz II Men every year, my favorite concert, and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy will return to the America Gardens Theater stage this fall. I can't believe they got Shaka Khan. That's funny. Everclear is good too. A lot of people go nuts for Everclear. A lot of people like Everclear. I don't know how many will go for Maxi Priest, but I'll go for Maxi Priest because that's like 90s. Celebrity chefs dazzle renowned chef and cookbook author John Ash, who participated in the inaugural Epcot International Food and Wine Festival in 1996, will return to celebrate the 20th milestone year. Other notable chefs include Kat Cora, Robert Irvine. Wow, 2 awesome chefs. Jamie Dean, Rock Harper, Kenny Gilbert, and Buddy Villarstro. I can't believe they got Robert Irvine and Cat Core. That's pretty cool.
The last one, the Cake Boss?
I believe so, yes. And if I'm not mistaken, he's actually opening up a Cake Boss store in the Florida Mall. I read that today somewhere. Whatever his Cake Boss cupcake store is, that's what he's opening up in the store, in the mall. They will cook for Epcot guests and share their culinary know-how during demos and premium events. I would see Cat Core and Robert Irvine. I will tell you this. Speaking of, well, let me read this first, and then I'll tell you something at the end. Ratatouille rocks. Remy Ratatouille Hide and Squeak invites, Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak invites kids of all ages to join a World Showcase scavenger hunt for little Remy statues hidden around the park's World Showcase. Now, this is awesome. I'm really excited about this. Maps, stickers, and prizes are involved. I'm in. They won me when they said little Remy's. I'm in. I love the egg scavenger hunt every year. This is like the same thing. I love it. Festival Center gets cooking. Guests can join culinary demonstrations, beverage seminars, and mixology seminars daily for a nominal fee. More festival fun will include the complimentary Back to Basics weekend series featuring Epicurean tips and tricks from the pros. Chase Lounge offers perks. Anyone who owns or wants to own a Chase debit or credit card will find complimentary refreshments and interactive fun at the Chase Lounge at American Adventure. Get ready for more. Get ready for more than 270 chefs, including Disney chefs and culinary stars from across the country. Party for the Senses grand tasting events every Saturday in October, showcasing tempting bites from eminent chefs, more than 50 wines and beers, and live entertainment. Premium events, including the French family meal traditions, lunch on Fridays and Sundays. Ooh, that sounds awesome. The new Rock Burger Block Party on select dates, and new beverage events to include exploring wines from 1996 to now that salutes the festival's 20th year. Yeah, this like all of that sounds like amazing. I'm gonna start like saving now so I can go to everything because like all that is awesome. Rocking Burger Block Party and then the French family meal traditions. Both of those sound really awesome. And I have to do the 3D dessert party this year. I say it every year I'm going to go, and then I wait till the last minute and it's booked up because that thing fills up fast. Because let me tell you, that 3D dessert party, it's like $30 or $40. I think. No, I'm thinking wrong. It's $40 or $50 for that. I can't think of the price off the top of my head, but it includes an all-you-can-eat dessert party, and that includes liquor too. I mean, it's like an open bar. They have special dessert time drinks. It's all hard stuff. It includes desserts. Last year they were making flambe donuts. It also includes regular food. They have like meat and cheese platters and like some type of like tapas type plates. It's awesome. It really is an awesome party, and I am going to do it this year no matter what. It is like worth the money. It is like the most bang for your buck event at Epcot. So definitely check that out if you're going to go. I'm telling you, it is the most bang for your buck. All the other ones are nice and stuff, but this like here is like you're getting a lot for your money. And on top of all that stuff you get there, you also get reserved viewing for the fireworks. I mean, it's like redonkulous what you get. Can we say that word? Redonkulous. It's included with the Epcot admission Back to Basics series. The Ocean Spray Cranberry Bog is back. I've been in that bog. It's awesome. World Showcase scavenger hunt, special book signings, Eat to the Beat concerts, cultural adventures, Marketplace Disney Passport, and all attractions and park entertainment are included with regular admission. Special programming by reservation, the Party for the Senses grand tasting events, signature diners, and other special wine and culinary programs require reservations and separate event admission. When a reservation booking date is announced this summer, guests can call 407 WDW Fest 939-3378 or get details at epcotfoodfestival.com. So make sure you check out that because it is going to be awesome, and everything on that list sounds amazing. Going back to Epcot is now offering a new World Showcase Destinations Discovered tour. Epcot is now offering a new 5-hour walking tour, World Showcase Destinations Discovered, where guests can learn about architecture, world history, and the details that have inspired Disney animators throughout the years. This tour also includes a lunch at Restaurant Marrakesh. Cost is $109 per person, plus tax and park admission is also required and available to guests. This tour is available to guests 16 and older. Reservations can be made by calling 407-939-5277. 407-939-5277. And if you've never taken a tour at Epcot, I highly suggest that you do, whether it's the Future World Undiscovered tour or this Destinations Discovered tour, because honestly, if you Epcot has a very interesting history. Just in general, I mean, the Magic Kingdom and all the other parks are nice too, but the history of how the countries came together and who had what say and to how things were built and just all of that stuff is just really fascinating, and what the buildings that they actually modeled the countries after and things like that. There's a lot of fascinating information about World Showcase in general. That is just that makes, to me, this tour, I think we should do this tour. I'm not even kidding you. We should do the tour. Me and you. We'll do it. But I mean, it really is. Epcot really does have some fascinating history and stories. Not that the other parks don't either, but I don't know. I just find it a bit more fascinating because countries were involved in designing the different showcase pavilions and things like that. And it's just fascinating to me. That stuff is fascinating to me. New show at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Everyone's excited about this one. I saw this being talked about a lot on Twitter and Facebook. The Hocus Pocus Villains Spectacular. Disney has announced an all-new show on the Castle Forecourt stage coming to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year called Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular. I cannot read today, I'm telling you. In Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, the mischievous Sanderson sisters from Disney's Hocus Pocus return to the mortal world for one night during the Halloween season. With only a few hours to run amok, the three sisters decide to use their magic to throw the best evil Halloween party this side of the graveyard. With the help of the Disney villains, Winfred, Mary, and Sarah gather together sinister shadows, nefarious nightmares, and the power of their frightful friends to conjure the ultimate Hocus Pocus party potion and cast a spell on everyone in the Magic Kingdom Park. Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular features appearances by Dr. Facilier, Oogie Boogie, Maleficent, and other great Disney villains, along with dancers, projections, and special effects that combine to make this new show a not-to-be-missed Halloween treat. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a hard ticket event which runs on select nights through September 15th through November 1st. Tickets can be purchased on Disney's website, and we have a link on our page, and you can actually get them too through mapleleaftickets.com. So make sure you check that out. I got to tell you, the amount of people that were talking about this show, it's just awesome. People are just so excited about this show. It looks to be fantastic. I mean, the concept art, actually, I have it up here. Let's look at the concept art for this. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic show. So I'm really excited. And they're going to take over the stage and have a great time on the castle stage with this party with the Hocus Pocus characters. Everyone loves Hocus Pocus. I mean, that's like the Disney Halloween movie right there, one of the Disney Halloween movies. So this will be awesome to see. So definitely check that out. And Mickey's Not So Scary is so worth it. And I'm glad they're getting a new show. They needed a new show to really spice things up. And this is going to sell a lot of tickets for them. I can tell you right now, this is going to cause it to sell out a lot more. Because I will admit it got a little stagnant last year, but this year, this is going to be it. So awesome stuff there. Universal has announced today. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put this right here because we're going to do an announcement thing here in a minute. We're going to do these all together. A new Raptor encounter has opened at Universal's Island of Adventure, and this actually looks really awesome. Islands of Adventure newest attraction, Raptor Encounter, debuted over the weekend. Guests are immersed in a jungle-themed area and can have an up-close encounter with a velociraptor if they dare. The new guest experience is located between Camp Jurassic and Jurassic Park Discovery Center. Guests will learn fascinating facts about these prehistoric beasts and have a unique photo opportunity with a 9-foot-tall wild velociraptor. And let me see if I can get the photo up here for you guys so you can see this thing. It really is cool. I'm telling you, this is like one of the coolest meet and greets. I saw this, and I was pretty excited. And I mean, for meet and greet, it takes me a lot. It takes me a little bit to get excited, but this, I mean, the Raptor is awesome. And it's sitting behind a cage that's been kind of torn up a little bit, and you know, one of those high like electric fences that they have in the movie, and it's been torn up a little bit. And he just kind of peeks out and snarls at you and comes out of the cage. It's been opened, and you know, he has like a handler. And you got to see video of this, man. It is too cool. It is too wicked. So, I mean, you guys got to check that out. That's at Islands of Adventure. It looks fantastic. The attraction debuted just in time for the release of Jurassic World, which opens in theaters June 12th. Another movie that I am just ecstatic to see. That and Ant-Man, I think, are my next two favorite movies. I'm just excited to see both of them. But Jurassic World looks really good. The previews just keep getting me more and more excited. I mean, it's like a theme park, but Jurassic. I mean, why can I not be excited? How can I not be excited? Universal has announced today. We'll start off with the Universal news. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this in reverse here because SeaWorld announced yesterday, a new coaster. The new coaster's name will be Mako. SeaWorld announced Mako, a new hyper coaster that will debut in summer of 2016. Mako is inspired by one of the fastest sharks in the world and will see speeds of 73 miles per hour. A 200-foot drop, a 4,760 feet of track, promising to be Orlando's tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster. The coaster will be located in a new area, Shark Realm, which will include current attractions, the Shark Encounter, and Shark's Underwater Grill. And that's actually going to get a little bit of a makeover. Now let's talk about this attraction just for a little bit. Now this is going sort of next to Kraken. It's the entrance to it is not going to be anywhere near Kraken, but it is going to go next to Kraken. Or I don't think it's going to be near Kraken. Shark Encounter is not necessarily near Kraken. You have like the sea lines in between you there. But there's a big pond. If you've ever been on Kraken, you kind of see that there's like a big pond in the back of the park there. That's actually where this attraction is. Some of it's going to take place. So it's actually going to go over water. It's just going to be fantastic. And if you've never been in a hypercoaster before, a hypercoaster like Apollo's Chariot, things like that is basically an up and down. I call it an up and down coaster. It's built for airtime. You basically are doing climbing up hills and dropping and climbing up hills and basically getting that airtime. So you'll have some big drops and some big heights to climb, and you'll do it fast. And you'll get some sweet airtime. Personally, though, I am not a fan of Hyperloop or hyper coasters. I did Apollo's Chariot at at Williamsburg, and it was a little much for me. I love coasters. I love inversions. I love positive G forces. I don't like negative G's for some reason. I don't like drop towers. I don't like that. But I'm excited because, number one, this is a B&M coaster. SeaWorld went with B&M, which is the best manufacturer for coasters, hands down, in my opinion, the best. It is going to be a quality coaster that will be there for 10, 15 years. I mean, it's going to be, 20 years. It's going to be a quality coaster. B&M is not cheap. They are the best. So, I mean, that is, to me, is awesome. The fact that they're doing that, that's a high level there. So, I mean, it's going to be a quality attraction. I'm not a big fan of hypers, but I'm excited for this because they need another major attraction. And this will take care of that and push them more into an adventure park. So I'm definitely excited about that. Hey, it's Lon. Hi, Lon. Lon is in the chat. If you don't already join our chat, you should join our chat during the week. It's a lot of fun. When we record our shows live, we have a chat and do live on Facebook. I mean, live on YouTube. Now, a day after SeaWorld announced their coaster, Busch Gardens announced their new coaster, which I'm actually excited about more than the B&M coaster or the Mako coaster at SeaWorld. And I'll tell you why in a second. Busch Gardens has unveiled their new family spin coaster, Cobra's Curse, for 2016. Just a day after SeaWorld Orlando announced its newest coaster, Mako, Busch Gardens Tampa has announced their newest coaster, Cobra's Curse, for 2016. With a minimum height requirement of 42 inches, Cobra's Curse will provide moderate thrills for the whole family. The coaster's unique design will take you up 80 feet via a vertical lift to an elevator, a vertical lift simulator to an elevator, and trek over the park's Serengeti Plain. Cobra's Curse will be located in the Egypt area of Busch Gardens. This is actually going to go next to like Montu.
Mm-hmm.
But this looks awesome. This is a Mack ride. I haven't done too many Mack coasters before, but they make great coasters. It's a spinning coaster. If I'm looking at the photo correctly, I saw another photo, not the one that we have on the site. Let me put up some of these photos. I think I have some of them on here so you guys can see. But the I believe this is like a dual-sided spinning coaster. So it has basically there'll be 8 people in a train, and it'll have 2 cars that spin separately, and it'll go around like that. And it has this track with the giant cobra on there that you'll experience the giant cobra as you spin around. And it looks fantastic. Now, let me tell you why I'm excited about this. First off, it's essentially, if I'm not mistaken, and Lon can tell me if I'm wrong here, but this is the first kind of this coaster in the United States. It's not as say thrilling as it's not like a hypercoaster. It's not really high or heights, or it's more of a family ride. But I think it's going to be just as exciting. I mean, it's a spinning coaster. It only spins at certain parts of the ride, though. It doesn't spin at the full part of the ride. It doesn't spin the whole time. It has a elevator lift, which, I mean, you're just going to get lifted vertically. So you're just going to be like, you're in an elevator in a coaster car. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, the elevator lift is really cool to me. I don't know why it's cool, but it's cool because I've never seen that before. So it's unique. And you're going to do, spinning. I mean, elevator lift and spinning. I mean, it's just such a cool combination and so unique. I'm really impressed by this. I have to tell you, I am absolutely impressed by what Busch has done here. This is a cool coaster. I mean, it is cool. So, and let me see, let me see if I can have a photo on here of the lift. I know I had one up here. It is. This lift looks awesome. Why is it going so slow? This lift looks fantastic. I mean, you've got this, it's got like a rope lift. There's 2 ropes on the sides of it, and this like cobra is like connected to the lift, and he like comes up at you. I mean, it just looks, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's really cool. It really is awesome. So I cannot wait for this to open at Busch Gardens. I got to tell you, I'm more excited about this than Mako. Not because it says it's a less intense coaster, but I mean, a lot of people, I mean, if you want to compare a spinning coaster, I mean, the closest thing I can think of is maybe like a Primeval Whirl, and a lot of people don't like spinning coasters like that. They don't like things that spin and makes them a little queasy. You know, we don't like spinny things, but yeah, this looks cool. I mean, this looks really awesome. So I'm excited. So this is coming in summer of 2016. You guys have got to go to Busch Gardens. I mean, between this and all the other stuff, Cheetah Hunt, Montu, Kumba, and all the other stuff they have going on, Pantopia area, Falcon's Fury. I mean, you got them. 2016 is the year for Busch Gardens. It's going to be the year for Busch Gardens. I mean, not that now isn't the year for Busch Gardens. They've got a lot of stuff going on now, but 2016 is definitely going to be the year you have to be there. So get your tickets now and go to Busch Gardens in Tampa. You won't be disappointed. I'm telling you, this coaster is going to be really sweet. So, and you'll get to ride a one of a kind coaster. Now, in all this amazing coasterness going on from SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment between Busch and SeaWorld, Universal decided that they wanted to make an announcement too, so they did. Universal has announced today that Universal has announced today something they've never done before. A new water park, Volcano Bay, which will be Universal's highly immersive water park, will be coming in 2017. The park will feel as if it's set in a picture-perfect tropical islands formed by a massive volcano, and it will have something for every member of the family. It'll feature radically innovative attractions, peaceful moments of relaxation, and an experience that we hope will change the way guests think about the water park or think about water theme parks. Other than that, no real details were given except for the fact that they have already broken ground on the park. More details will be released soon, and this park will be located just south of the Cabana Bay Resort. Now, they've already broken ground. There's a lot of stuff going on with the park. If you look at the if you want to really investigate, I mean, you can really investigate they only released one piece of concept art. And if you really want to investigate this stuff, I saw some of the other news outlets on TV kind of investigating this concept art, and it kind of drove me a little batty because I don't think you can really go 100% by this concept art. But if you want to, I mean, there's a couple of things you can look at here, and let me see if I can get this to sort of zoom in for you guys. This is going to be interesting. But if you look at the concept art here and you kind of zoom in a little bit, you can see, and I'll flip this over so you guys can see on the screen here. You can see that there's actually a slide in the top of the inside this volcano here. So there's it looks like a clear slide, and there's like a line queue at the top of this. There's a giant volcano. For those of you listening to the podcast, there's a giant volcano in the middle of this concept art, and you have to look at it. And inside the volcano, there's a waterfall, and there's a slide that goes in and out of the volcano. Now, it also looks like, too, if you kind of scroll down a little bit and look at the photo, there seems to be, I don't know if this is part of the volcano ride, but there's actually an exit for the with a raft coming out of it at the bottom of the volcano. So I'm assuming that is the exit for the volcano ride, but I'm not 100% sure. And there is also sort of a lazy river featured. I guess it could be a lazy river featured behind this attraction. And there's also some cabanas and things like that. And let me zoom out here a little bit and look at some of the other stuff here. But there's a wave pool featured there. There's like some cabanas. There's some more attractions in the back. Really take a minute and look at this stuff. I mean, I don't know how much of I'm assuming, since it's concept art, this is the way they're gonna go 100%. But this looks pretty good. I mean, this looks really awesome. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it looks really cool. The only thing I just, if you really want to inspect the concept art, so there you go. You can look at it that way and see what's going on with it, and look at it up close and kind of zoom in on the picture. It doesn't really tell you too much, but you can get a general idea of some of the attractions that are actually going to go into the park. Now, one other thing I want to mention too about this. Now, this is coming in 2017. So 2017 is when this is coming. So everyone has sort of predicted that 2019 is going to be the last year for Wet n Wild. Now, in my opinion, because of the fact that they've made this announcement, this is happening, it's official now, I kind of agree with that statement. I think that we're going to lose Wet n Wild. I don't know if that upsets any body, but it's going to be. I mean, this is going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon level water park. I mean, Wet n Wild is not immersive. It's not themed. It's not anything like that, but it is. This is definitely going to be on that level. So I mean, it's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice. It's more so themed than I would even say Aquatica. I mean, I don't know if it's revolutionary, but it's going to be cool to see what it is. I mean, that volcano, if that volcano ride actually happens, they announce that volcano slide, then I'm impressed. That's cool. That's really cool. So I mean, Universal can do it, and they're cranking it out really fast. I mean, they've already started on it. No telling. I don't know how long they've been working on it, for at least 6 months, I would say, clearing the land and stuff over there. And we've all kind of known that something is going on over there. We've all kind of known that it's going to be Volcano Bay, but they've announced it. It looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to see where they go with that. But I can almost guarantee you Wet n Wild's going to go, because I don't see a reason for them to keep Wet n Wild when they have this. I mean, they have their water park. This is a higher quality water park. They can clear that land out on iDrive and use that for, a third gate or resorts or whatever. So a third, theme park gate. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So that was coming out of Universal. So those are the 3 major announcements. You're sure they'll port over a lot? Lon says he's sure that they'll port over a lot of slides. Yes, Universal owns Wet n Wild. I'm reading from the chat here. Lon says he's sure they'll port over a lot of slides from Wet n Wild. I can kind of see that, but the problem with the slides from Wet n Wild is they're old. A lot of them are older, especially like the giant tower at the front of the park that houses the Mach 5 and the Fuji Flyer, or the Mach Flyer, and that area is kind of old. The black hole is really old. I mean, only slide that is really new is like the Brainwash and the and what's the racing one now?
Aqua Drag Racer.
Agua Drag Racer. So, but we could see a third gate. So, and the other thing too, there was something released not too long ago that a document that talked about upcoming projects for iDrive, and one of them was a interchange that bypasses Kirkman, or bypasses or that you can get off of Kirkman and bypass that whole area and go to iDrive in a different direction. So, what that says to me is that area is there, and it wasn't for like till 2019. So I'm assuming they're going to announce more stuff and buy out more land, or try to, and then they're going to need that bypass because that area is just going to be crazy. Which I don't know how I feel about them taking over iDrive. They'll be changing the whole landscape of that area essentially, because they'll be they'll be changing the whole landscape. That iDrive is just one straight shot. They'll be changing the way the traffic flows and everything else that they put in a third gate and the resorts. But it could be possible. I mean, they have the parking lot across the street from Wet n Wild, so they could expand on that a little bit, and they have a parking lot for the third gate or what have you over there if they want to do that, or they could have you park at the other lot. And then you have that's a big enough area over there with the lake, if they fill in some of the lake, for a nice third gate over there. And then you have, there's two big pieces of land over there to do that, to do resorts. So across the street. So, they could do it. They could do it. It'd be nice. So we'll see what happens. All right. Nights heat up this summer at Busch Gardens and Adventure Island. Busch Gardens, Tampa, and Adventure Island crank up the heat this summer with extended hours, all new thrill rides in the dark, and live entertainment. Summer nights, the thrills have come out. The thrills come out night at Busch Gardens from June 27th to August 16th during summer nights. Thrill seekers can challenge North America's tallest freestanding drop tower, Falcon's Fury, and Florida's first triple launch coaster, Cheetah Hunt in the dark. Plus, the award-winning Kinetics show returns to the rock-fueled music and acrobatics at 9 p.m. on Gwazi Field, followed by a fireworks show every night. So there's no concerts this year. New in 2015, Busch Gardens is open till midnight on Friday and Saturday nights throughout summer nights. That's pretty awesome. Midnight. I don't think they've ever been open till midnight. I wonder when I guess they'll do the fireworks at 9 too. That'll be interesting, because they're like kind of in town. So them doing fireworks they get people from the neighbors are like get a little upset with them with the noises. I know they complained about Falcon's Fury and all that stuff. So they have to kind of play nice with the neighbors there. So I wonder that. They've done the fireworks before, so no one cared about that. But they did get complaints about Falcon's Fury. It was like a news thing. They were complaining it was too loud, which is totally stupid in my opinion. If you live next to a theme park, you have to expect some noise. Island Nights is coming back again when the sun goes down. The fun heats up at Adventure Island from June 11th to August 8th on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights during Island Nights. The summer gets hotter with extended park hours, island entertainment, larger than life sand sculptures, and a family-friendly sunset celebration. New in 2015, hurdle high and experience a feeling of weightlessness on the all-new Colossal Crow. I've ridden it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Ed can tell you I screamed the whole way down. Adventure Island's newest family thrill slide. I don't know what makes this a family thrill slide, because it's actually a little bit scarier than the rest of the slides. Plus, tempt your taste buds at the new Island taco truck with burritos, taco bowls, and more. So that's cool. So definitely check that out. Busch Gardens. Oh, we already did that. So that's going to do it for the news of the week. And we have more stuff to talk about coming up soon. And we will talk about that later. Ed's got his weather and Twitter segment, so we're going to send it over to Ed for that.
Starting with Friday, May 29th, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 88 and the low of 71 with a 20% chance of rain. And on Saturday, night thunderstorms with a high of 90 and the low of 72 with a 50% chance of rain. And on Sunday, night thunderstorms with a high of 91 and the low of 72 with an 80% chance of rain. Then on Monday, thunderstorms in the night again with a high of 93 and the low of 73. And on Tuesday, night thunderstorms again with a high of 92 and a low of 74 with a 60% chance of rain. And as far as rumors, I'm gonna start with one from HHN. Supposedly, they're gonna close down the Shrek ride for a little bit and actually put a house in the Shrek ride.
Oh, that's cool.
Now I don't know if they, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Even if they decide to say, okay, maybe we'll like show a movie, something, but that is what I have heard.
That's interesting. Okay.
And
Anything else?
okay, now this one. So this is supposedly going where Twister is. Now this is interesting.
So it's a new attraction going where
Yes,
Twister is, and Twister is at Universal
Yes,
Studios.
we're still at Universal, and this one's interesting. This one's a little weird. So I'll say this much. We'll start with this. There's been some permits filed, and one of them, and we'll go over the other ones after this, but one of them is for dynamic attractions, and
What does that mean?
They make a Soarin' type vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So this is a Soarin' type ride, but here's the weird part.
But just because is that what people are thinking it's going to be, or is that the only thing that they make?
They make other things, but this is what people are thinking. They make other vehicles, but people are thinking they're going to make a Soarin' type ride. As the going rumor is, this is where it gets a little weird. Is it going to be? It's going to be Soarin' over New York, featuring Jimmy Fallon. So it's going to be like the Tonight.
That's not necessarily weird.
It's just.
I mean, they filmed the Tonight Show there.
Plus,
that's in the New York area of the park, so it fits.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't fit. It just felt weird when I heard it at first.
I mean, it feels like a copy from what Disney's done, kind of. But I mean, I think it fits in the area. I think it's a copy, though.
And the way I've heard is it's definitely involve all of the Tonight Show. It's gonna have Tonight Show is gonna have an involvement in there, which is, I think, definitely, if you're gonna use Jimmy Fallon, you should totally use the Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they have started work. I mean, I haven't started working on it, but one thing this is to note is former Disney Imagineer Jason Surreal is actually working on this because I guess he posted something about he's working on this project. Someone saw, and also he was in New York the other week.
So then there you go.
Yes,
he wanted to get a look at stuff.
Yes. Now there have been some. Now I'm going to go through the other notice of commencements. There is one from a company. Well, actually, I'll just go over the most important one to save time.
A notice of commencement is them getting ready to tear down an attraction, correct?
Tear down or build.
Okay.
And this one, the most important one, is actually from Oceaneering. Now, for those who don't know who Oceaneering is,
that's SeaWorld.
That's actually not SeaWorld.
But they make SeaWorld. They make the ride vehicles for SeaWorld.
Yes, the last two things they made.
They did Antarctica.
Wait, let me finish. They made Antarctica, and they also made the ride vehicle, I think, for the Justice League ride, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So yes, and they both premiered at IAAPA. So I'd be curious. I don't know if they're going to announce the ride anytime, and I don't know what this one's for. All I know is there's a notice of commencement, and then Oceaneering is involved. I'm curious if they're going to announce the ride vehicle at IAAPA, because it seems like the last 2 years, Oceaneering has announced a new ride vehicle. Could this year be Universal? A Universal ride vehicle. I don't know the ride though. That's the.
They did. Oh, Lon says they did Spider-Man. And Transformers. So there you go.
I did not know that.
I wonder what they could be doing then. They did announce their Antarctica one. I thought they were only SeaWorld.
No. I think they do ride. I don't know if they've done other stuff, but it seems like they do ride vehicles.
So they did Spider-Man and Transformers. Wow, I didn't know that. So there you go. So they could be. I don't know what they would do at Universal. Maybe would it have something to do with Kong?
I don't know. It could. Now, it also could be in relation.
Like they could announce the Kong vehicle.
That could be true. And I just want to make sure that these notices of commencement,
because they do. Well, I mean, let me see that thing. Let me see the notice thing.
Be careful how things fall apart.
Just get rid of this thing. It's annoying. All right, let's see here. Dynamic attractions. I'm looking at it right now. It says Universal City Development Partners. So it looks like Universal. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. Well, there you go.
There was
Go ahead.
6 commencements filed. So I don't know what all of them are for. I just know I think the person who I saw who found this, I think just these things get filed.
They do ride vehicles and animatronics. So there you go.
Well, you know what it could also be if they do animatronics. It could be the Kong animatronic.
That's true
we
too.
were promising
a larger than life Kong animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, that's cool. Did you have anything else?
No.
Did you do the weather?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't hear it. Maybe I was zoned out for a minute. Alrighty then. Moving on. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We've done Star Wars weekends. We did the 24-hour Disney Day. We did a lot of stuff. Did you think of something?
Yes, I just remembered. I have a picture of this. So someone posted they were taking a survey, and I'll show you the picture. But in this survey, this one popped up, and it said, and this is what it actually said in the survey. It said,
"We are a Disney survey."
Yes, Disney.
Okay. Is this about the price fixing?
The gold, bronze, and silver.
Let me see it.
It probably is.
Let me see what you got here. Yes. Okay, I know exactly what this is. You don't have to read it. So Disney sent out a price survey. This is all over. Other people have reported on this too, but they sent out a survey basically saying they want to split up the seasons and allow and do different pricing for different seasons. So for the holiday season, you would pay more for a ticket than you would say for the month of January or value season. So every time you purchase a ticket, it'll be a different price, and they're getting guest feedback on whether or not they would be okay with that. Which, in my personal opinion, I don't think it'll affect me as a pass holder. I mean, I'm not a season pass holder. Season pass holders, they only get to go for certain times of the year, and the busy times are usually blacked out. But as a premium pass holder, it doesn't affect me too much. But as a regular guest, it could affect you. So, I mean, if I was a regular ticket paying guest, I wouldn't be for it. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't want to pay more. I mean, I guess I'd be 50-50.
Well, it depends on what month you're going. If they are,
but if you go
during the busy months, yes, I'd be against it. Now, if you go during the slower months,
and the other thing is too, the Disney ticket pricing has way too many options. It's extremely confusing. I mean, there's way too many options. If one thing to note too, if you ever drive up to a place and it says get Disney tickets for $30 or something like that, usually what they're talking about is when you buy 7 days. So, like if you do a 7-day park hopper, the 7th day is $30, but then you have to pay like $1,000 for that ticket or something. So, I mean, you got the, I mean, with this, I mean, there's just too many options already for tickets. I mean, park hopper, non-park hopper, expiring, all this stuff. I mean, it's craziness. It is craziness. I kind of agree on that from the ticket standpoint. They need to cut back and not have as many ticket options. So I agree on that one. But is there anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All righty then. Moving on from that, we are going to look at stuff. We've done a lot of stuff recently. We've been to Star Wars weekends. We saw the fireworks at Star Wars weekends, which is awesome. That's already kicked off. We got to check out the new Harambe Market at Animal Kingdom, which I was actually really impressed by. We did the 24-hour Disney Day, which was fantastic. So tons and tons and tons of stuff to talk about. So I will get things started with, I think, Star Wars weekends. Now, if you don't already know, Star Wars weekends, we actually did we do 2 Star Wars weekends? Have we done it twice?
Well,
already?
we just saw the fireworks twice.
Yeah, we saw the fireworks twice. Yep, you're correct. So we did 2 fireworks shows, and then we did 1 full day at Star Wars weekends from start to finish. And Star Wars weekends is the annual weekends from it starts in like early May and goes on to like early June. and they basically every weekend they bring in us actors from the Star Wars movies and have them do a parade in the streets and in the front of the park there, and have them parade up to the stage where the hat used to be, and they do different shows, and there's all kinds of characters that you can meet and greet with, all the characters from the movie, stormtroopers, so on and so forth, Darth Vader, all that stuff. You can meet and greet with them. And there's even Star Wars gift shops. There's all kinds of stuff. It's craziness. It's utter craziness. There's so much going on. It's utter craziness. So I enjoy it every year because it's a lot of fun, and you get to meet a lot of different you get to meet the characters, and it's just exciting. It's really cool to see the characters. It's cool to see the fireworks show. It's cool to see the Stars of the Saga show, because Stars of the Saga is their show where they interview the cast. They usually bring in like 1 or 2 people every weekend, and they interview them in the Stars of the Saga show. James Arnold Taylor does, and they have some fun stuff at the beginning of the show with the stormtroopers, and they do like a song and dance and like a little comedy routine before the show starts, which is always fun. And then this year they actually made fun of the hat, because they said they had a hard time finding the stage because they usually look for the giant hat, and they couldn't find it. Now this year it's a little different. Stars of the Saga has moved this year. It was in the theater now where Frozen is, the premiere theater. Now it's in the what is it? I forget what the name of that theater is, but the one with the Be Our Guest show.
Theater of the Stars.
Theater of the Stars, yes. Theater of the Stars. Over there near the Fantasmic area and Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster and all that stuff. So it's over in that theater over there. I have to say, it's been hot recently, and I was a little concerned about the heat of this show, because the theater is open, but it wasn't that bad. They kind of cool it a little bit. There's some type of ventilation or AC in there, so they cool it a little bit. So it's really good. So I was okay with that. But the show was fantastic. I mean, the stormtroopers came out and did their little routine, and then James Arnold Taylor came out, who's fantastic. The first 5 minutes with James Arnold Taylor, where he's telling you the voices he can do and so on and so forth, is really, really, really cool. And then they actually bring the characters out. And who did we see while we were there? I forget. We saw, I'll tell you right now. Let me pull it up. James Arnold Taylor and Ian McDiarmid, who played Emperor Palpatine. So it was really cool. It was a really fun show. They did a great interview talking about different Star Wars stuff and what it was like to actually work on the movies back then and things like that. And it was really cool. So that is definitely a must-see show for me. James Arnold Taylor also does a show where it's like a Man of 1,000 Voices, which is his own show, and it's really good. For me, it's more of a one and done thing. I've seen it once, and I don't need to see it again. But if it's your first time going to Star Wars Weekends, you definitely have to check it out, because it is a fun show. Hearing him do all those voices is fantastic. Now we also got to see the parade, the Star Wars motorcade in the morning there. This was at 10 o'clock, and they do this Star Wars motorcade, and they bring out not only the Star Wars stars, but they bring out the 501st Legion, which is a group of people who dress up like the Star Wars characters, and they are local, and they do the parade every year, and they are awesome. The amount of stormtroopers coming up the streets there, and it's so cool. This whole like parade is like a Star Wars fans, dream come true. It's awesome. It's fantastic. And then as they finish up the parade in the back, you have the Star Wars stars pulling up the rear, and they do Chevy Camaros, and they pull up the rear and have a good time there. So it really is awesome. It really is an awesome deal. So I love it every year. Now, they do. There is a few gift shops this year. They've changed the gift shops. They have Darth Small, which Darth Small is their gift shop that they have for Star Wars Weekends, which has all kinds of Star Wars merchandise. And this year they've split it up into 3 different shops. We actually got to check out Watto's Grotto, which is the sort of the main. I would consider it the main gift shop. It has all the stuff in there from like all the normals, like the shirts and the toys and things like that in there. There's another shop, and I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it has the like artsy stuff, the art pieces and the character figurines and stuff like that in there, and all that good stuff. But we checked out Watto's Grotto. It was when you go to this, please be prepared to wait for long periods of time. It is very packed. It fills up very quickly. And sometimes you may wait up to 3 hours to get into the stuff. And that's just the way it is. But that's if you wait in line and you'll get in there. And we did there. What time did we get there? It closed at what, 7:30?
Yeah, we got around 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 was the time when we got there. And you walked in, you pretty much almost walked in, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had to wait like 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah. So there was the X-Wing collectibles and Watto's Grotto. So those were the two stores. There's the entrance to Darth Maul, and then the X-Wing collectibles, which is the artsy stuff, and then the Watto's Grotto. So those two stores there. Watto's Grotto was packed when I went. Even at 6:30, when it was no line, it was still like condensed. There was a lot of people in there. So I found that I wanted to get photos of the merchandise, but it just wasn't happening because it's so condensed and packed, and it was very hard to walk. And there's basically one giant pathway down the middle, and then there's these little like openings that you can go into the merchandise, but there's still just that one pathway. So it's very hard to shop in there. It's very crowded. I don't know what to tell you. I'd say if I were you, I'd get a look at the merchandise online and kind of pick out what you want, and then go in there with a game plan and get what you want and then leave. I don't know if you would agree with that, Ed, but it kind of sounds
That's fine. I mean,
it was crowded. I couldn't even walk 5 feet without people pushing me to go through. And I mean, they have all the stuff in there like they usually have. They have the name tags that you can buy with the Star Wars lettering on it and things like that, like the Tatooine language and all that stuff on there, and the different languages and things like that. So like the Star Wars, Star Tours tags. I have one somewhere in here with the with your name and Tatooine or whatever the language is. I forget off the top of my head, but so they have all this stuff in there. It's really awesome. They have a lot of cool merchandise. Ed actually bought a cool Star Wars shirt. They have a new one this year that the proceeds from the shirt actually are donated to the Star Wars charity. And what was the name of the charity, Ed?
Force for Change.
Force for Change. And what is the shirt that you purchased?
It's actually for the new movie. It actually has the opening date, the title, and it has a picture of the new Stormtrooper.
It does look really awesome. I've seen it. It looks fantastic. And we posted a picture of it online on our Instagram, and I think we got it up on the website too. But it does look fantastic. It really is neat. But I go through the stores. If you want to do the art stuff, you can go through the art stuff. That's some more expensive pieces and things like that, like the collectible figurines and things like that, big collectible figurines. But I went through Watto's Grotto, just the same merchandise pretty much as every year, except for the new shirt. And there's a few new things in there as well. But it was interesting. Walking around the park, there was characters everywhere. I'd say the bulk collection of characters for Star Wars is going to be in the back between back where the backlot tour used to line up for the backlot tour. That little section back there. There was stormtroopers back there. There was Darth Vader back there. Darth Maul was back there. There was tons of characters back there taking pictures and stuff like that. And there's characters all around that area, even like the Streets of America and all that stuff. There's characters down in there, doing all kinds of photos. And they actually have like I don't know, like the packs that the toys come in. You can get a picture with your favorite character, like you're standing in a Star Wars toy pack. So it's pretty cool. They do that every year. It's really awesome. And this year is no different. Now, the one thing that is new this year, one of the things that is new this year that we got a chance to look at, but we haven't got a chance to try it, but we have a reservation booked. The Rebel Hangar. Everyone's excited about the Rebel Hangar. The Rebel Hangar is a bar, or they basically converted Backlot Express into a bar. Okay. And essentially, we have it's the Backlot Express, and they've put in parts from like the X-wing, and there's a TIE fighter wing and stuff like that, all just scattered around inside the right hand side of Backlot Express. And at night after I think 4, it turns into a bar with special drinks and food and things like that. Like there was like a Dagobah drink. I can't think of the names at the top of my head. There was like a Dagobah juice drink, and there was some awesome food and stuff on there. It's really fantastic. The food and stuff looks really fantastic. I have not tried the food yet because I haven't. This thing, I've heard mixed reviews. I booked a reservation for this experience, and I didn't get one till I think June 7th is the day that I actually have a reservation for that. But I've heard people have gotten walk-ups. I was told you weren't going to be able to get a walk-up, but then people are getting walk-ups. So it's there's all kinds of stuff going on. So I say if you by now you're probably not going to get a reservation. You can try, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get a reservation. But you can try walking up and see if you can get in. I had friends that walked up and they got right in. So I mean, it's you just have to walk up and see at this point. But I'm gonna go through the menu just a little bit and look at some of the cocktails. There is a Dagobah Swamp Juice, which is Midori. Tito's handmade vodka, sweet and sour, topped with lemon and lime foams. There's a Tatooine Sunset, Stoli vanilla vodka, pear bay coconut rum, pineapple juice, and grenadine. And just some of the food things that looked interesting. There was the Pilot's Palm Frites with garlic aioli, which is looked good. There was the Dark Fried, which is crispy chicken and mini Darth Vader waffles served with maple syrup and barbecue sauce. And there was a Lightsaber Bites, hand-dipped in corn-battered knockwurst sausages with house-made chips and honey mustard dipping sauce. So all that stuff looked good. The bar itself, it's not really like uber themed. There's some figurines on the tables themselves, like there's the tables themselves have figurines. Honestly, if you want to eat inside the theme, if you want to see the theming, just go there for lunch. I mean, you get to see the whole thing. It's open for lunch, that area, and you can eat there, and they do the whole theming. And if you want to hear the music, go there for dinner. You can hear the audio track throughout the whole restaurant. But you can get an idea of the theming. The food and beverages, though, look really good. And I've heard they're pretty good, so I can't wait to try them. I'm going to wait till my reservation. I don't think I'm going to try to get in any sooner or anything like that. So we'll wait and see on that. But I'm excited. This is going to be really good. It should be a really fun experience. And it looks like it's going to be really cool. They've done a lot of stuff as far as, like, they've added things like there's Stormtrooper helmets all over the place. There was like a bounty hunter room with like bounty hunter trophies, like the helmets of the guys that he's caught as trophies and things like that. So it really does look fun. It's just an overlay, though. It's not like a complete retheming of the restaurant, though, but it's still really nice. So at this point, like I said, if you haven't made a reservation yet, I would try. If you're going on if it's a week out, then don't do it. Just try to go there and get in. You may get lucky. I had friends that got right in, so you never know. But I'm definitely check out the theming, walk through there during the day, walk through the restaurant and check it out and see all that good stuff. Now, this year, they've changed things a little bit at night. There used to be the DJ Lobot dance party, and they changed it, and it's not DJ Lobot anymore. It's just DJ Elliott, and they have a dance party with him, and that starts at, what, 7? 7? I think it started at 7, and that's in the main stage. It starts at 7, and he goes on till about 9:30. And they do he does a live dance show. The only problem is with the dance party this year, because of the VIP packages, they offer a VIP package, which includes like reserved seating for the parade in the morning, and then includes a dessert party at night. In order for them to sell more VIP packages, they've sold out all the space that used to be dance area. So it used to be on the right-hand side, or if you're facing towards the stage on your left-hand side, they used to cordon that off for the dessert party. And this is like in front of the stage, like back just a little bit in front of the stage. They used to cordon that off for the dance party, or excuse me, for the VIP, the dessert party at night. Well, now they cordon off both sides. So there's this tiny section in the middle for the dance party. And the problem is they used to bring out the characters and let you dance with the characters from Star Wars, the stormtroopers. All these characters used to come out and dance with you in front at the dance party. Well, they don't do that anymore because there's not enough space for them to actually dance. So it's kind of a big letdown for me because I really enjoy dancing with the characters. That's like my favorite part of the dance parties, is just dancing with the characters and having fun with the characters. Not necessarily a meet and greet, but something different. And they've taken that away this year in lieu of more spots for the VIP parties, which I'm not, me, I don't care about the VIP party. So, I mean, I get more sales. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I wish they'd bring back the characters, at least in some form, figure out a way that we can actually dance with the characters, because there's still some room sort of back further from the stage that they could do something with the characters, but they didn't do it this year. So it kind of stinks a little bit. I'm a little upset about that. But the dance, Elliot is good as always. You can, if you don't get to go and you want to hear some of his mixes, you can listen to him on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com. Just look up DJ Elliot, and he saves his mixes on there when he does a live show at Hollywood Studios. It's usually up that night or the next day. But the Elliot party was awesome. There's also after that they have the fireworks. I love the fireworks every year. It's fantastic. Ed, I know, likes the fireworks. The only thing I think that they need to change is the pre-show for the fireworks.
Yes.
The pre-show, they don't really need, I don't think, a pre-show for the fireworks. I had a couple of problems with the pre-show this year, and I'm usually not going to have, I like a lot of stuff, but it really kind of bothers me a little because the pre-show for the thing is James Arnold Taylor basically bringing out all the characters from Star Wars and saying, "Isn't Star Wars awesome?" He says it over and over and over again. "Isn't Star Wars awesome? Isn't Star Wars awesome? Here's Darth Vader. Isn't Star Wars awesome? Here's the Stormtroopers. Isn't Star Wars awesome? Here's Darth Maul. Isn't Star Wars awesome? Here's Luke Skywalker. Isn't, so on and so forth." And this basically is like the whole show. And I mean, it's just like the people that are there to see Star Wars, are there for Star Wars weekends, don't need to be told that Star Wars is awesome. We know it's awesome. That's why we're there. We don't need to hear it over and over and over again. It's like a sales pitch for Star Wars. I don't need to hear that. I love the movies. That's why I'm there. So I think it's a little much. And, it's kind of like it's kind of like a hodgepodge of stuff too, because not only do they do that, they also show the photos off. If you do hashtag SWW2015 on Instagram or Twitter, they pull those photos and they display them on the big screen at the end of the night on the stage, which is nice, but then they take out time for that. And then they did this really strange thing. The first night everyone was freaking out because they brought out this they showed that it looked like they were going to show a preview or a trailer for the new Star Wars movies, The Force Awakens. And they pulled up the thing and it said that the music stopped and it was like a pause, and James Arnold Taylor didn't tell us anything, and it just paused and everything went dark, and then the logo came on the screen for Star Wars and then Force Awakens, and everyone was like screaming and shouting like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to get a preview. We're going to get a preview for the movie. We're going to get a trailer." Everyone was freaking out. Like Star Wars fans were seriously having a moment. Well, they went through all this stuff, and then the music came on, and then we were waiting for a preview, and then after The Force Awakens came up, the screen switched over, and there were stormtroopers on the screen, and out came the stormtroopers from the new movie, the new design for the stormtroopers for the new movie, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but I guarantee you 99% of the people in that audience were expecting a trailer. If they would have played a trailer, even if it was like the most recent trailer that's already out, I think they would have got more of or gotten a better reaction from the crowd than they did with them bringing the stormtroopers out. I honestly think the looks that I saw from the people around me in the audience were kind of disappointed. I don't know about you, Ed, but I kind of got that vibe that people were a little disappointed.
I didn't get a disappointed vibe, but I didn't get like, "Oh, this is awesome." I mean, I agree. I did like seeing the new stormtroopers, but seeing the new characters and no stormtroopers and such. I mean, it was awesome to actually just to know they were right there, right in front of me.
But between that and a trailer, what if they brought out a new trailer that we didn't see yet?
Now, a new trailer we haven't seen. Yes, one I haven't seen. I mean, one okay, new trailer I haven't seen. Yes, one I have seen. I've seen it.
Yeah, I know, but still, I think when they
One I haven't
did you think honestly that there was going to be a trailer?
No,
When they brought out
I didn't know what was going to happen. But
the way that they presented that video, if you can watch the videos live on YouTube now, you can watch and judge for yourself. But the way they present that video, it really looks like there's going to be a trailer. I mean,
I didn't feel like it was going to be a trailer, but I didn't know what it was going to be.
No, I looked like the entrance to looked like the beginning of the other trailers that I had seen.
Okay.
It looked exactly like it. So the ones I'd seen on YouTube. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, we're getting a trailer. And other people around me had said the same thing. They said, we're getting a trailer. Oh my gosh, a trailer. I think you can hear it in the video, actually. People shouting, oh my gosh, a trailer. So, I mean, it looked like they were going to do a new trailer, which I thought would have been cooler than just showing us the stormtroopers in front of us. Showing us more of the movie, I think is cooler than just seeing the stormtroopers in person. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But that was one of the other things I didn't like about the pre-show, was that scene. I think they just honestly, like, if I was going to do that show, what I would do is I would create some sort of, I don't know if much of a story or something, just have something where the characters come out and there's action. They fight each other or do something action wise. They have something going on where they're having a lightsaber battle, or they call each other out on the stage and why are you here, Darth Vader? And you're not welcome here. And they get into Luke and Darth Vader get into a lightsaber battle or something like that. I think that would be more appropriate for that show than Isn't Star Wars Awesome? Don't you kind of agree with me?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and then they kind of just, there's like, they say a line and then the lights go out for a second and then the fireworks kick on. Honestly, they could do without the pre-show in general and just go to the fireworks. And I think everyone would be happy with that too. So, I mean, the fireworks are great. Don't get me wrong. The fireworks look fantastic. I mean, it is an excellent, excellent fireworks show. And they have, they've had this before, but they have these color changing fireworks now that as the firework is in the air, it actually shifts colors and moves across. And that to me is like really cool. I haven't seen too much of that. It's really awesome. But they don't do that like in Wishes or Illuminations, but that's really cool to see that. But it's a great fireworks show. Don't get me wrong. It's set to the music of Star Wars. It's really good. So I mean, I enjoy the fireworks immensely. I just don't like the pre-show. Going back to that shirt, though, however, I do have a picture of the shirt. I just want to show you that real fast for those of you watching live. But you can see it's got the new Stormtrooper on there. It says Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and theaters December. Has the date on there. What, December 18th, 2015. So December 18th, 2015. So there you go. I can't wait for the new movie to come out. I'm going to watch it like 7 times. All right. So moving on from that was Star Wars. I had an excellent day. I like Star Wars weekends. There's nothing really that's going to take me away from liking Star Wars weekends. I always have a blast. It's always fun to hear the stories of the cast from the original Star Wars. For me, to hear their stories of how they got into the movie and just things like that. What was it like on set working with George Lucas and all that stuff? It's always interesting to me to hear that type of stuff. So they'll never lose me on that stuff. It's fantastic. And James Arnold Taylor is an excellent host. He just does an excellent job. He has a brilliant voice. He's just awesome. Really good stuff there. So moving on from that, we're going to go to the 24-hour Disney Day. We had a lot of fun at the 24-hour Disney Day, actually. This year's event was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. We started at 6 in the morning with the opening of the park. Actually, I should take this back and tell you that day was actually the day we saw Tomorrowland, because Disney Parks Blog had a Tomorrowland event, which actually was a free screening of Tomorrowland and a free breakfast in Cosmic Rays. So we started off at 6 in the morning. We went to the park for opening, and we were escorted. They did the opening ceremony with all the characters. Olaf and Anna and Elsa were out there too, greeting us on top of the train station there. And we got let's see, we got into the park. We went straight to Cosmic Rays for our breakfast, which was more of like a continental breakfast. There was cinnamon rolls and things like that, but hey, it was free. It's good for free. Anything free is good. So we had that. There was melons. There was all kinds of fruits and different stuff. It was really good. And then they took us behind Splash Mountain and backstage and bussed us. Had buses waiting for us and took us over to AMC to see Tomorrowland, which I enjoyed. Great film. And then they brought us back to Magic Kingdom to spend the rest of the day at the Magic Kingdom Park. And I got to tell you, I got to say thanks to the Parks blog, because honestly, that was a really cool event, because they only worked that day, but that event, I got 2 free park tickets. I mean, park tickets for that day. So I had 2 park tickets. I wound up giving them away to a friend who needed 2 tickets, but hey, they only worked that day, but it got my 2 friends in. So it was a big help to them. So I have to thank them. That was really cool. Not only did they make me happy, but they also made some of my other friends happy too. And the girl said I could give them out. So, I mean, that was really cool of them to do that, include that as part of the prize, park tickets to the 24-hour event. So that was really cool. I mean, we're talking 24 hours of Magic Kingdom, and these tickets work for that. So that was pretty awesome of them. So that was a pretty cool event. And this time it was a drawing, but it was really awesome. So always check the Parks blog. That they have events, and we post when they have events and things like that. But sign up, and they're always good events. So we spent the day at the park. We did everything. I don't think there was anything we didn't do. We went to Tom Sawyer's Island. We spent some time at Tomorrowland on the People Mover. That was actually the first thing we rode, was Tomorrowland, the People Mover, because we just saw the movie Tomorrowland. So that was our first ride of the day. And we spent some time on Tom Sawyer Island. I really love Tom Sawyer Island. It's so much fun. I know I only really get over there like maybe once or twice a year, but it really is awesome. Going to the cave and the Fort Langhorne and all that stuff, Longhorn and all, Langhorne, whatever it is, over there, and all that cool stuff. It's a lot of fun. And the Barrel Bridge, oh, it's so much fun. The windmill, the mill, everything. It's awesome. I really like that area. It's really cool. I think a lot of people overlook it, but you definitely should check it out. It's really cool. The kids will have a blast there. I always have a blast there exploring that whole area. It's a lot of fun. But it was just utter craziness. We were there from 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. the next day. The only time we left was, I think, for like an hour to go to eat dinner. So it was absolutely fantastic. I don't even remember. Where did we have lunch at that day? I can't even remember. Do you remember where we had lunch that day? I know it was in the park somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
We went to, I remember now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I forgot this. We had the best lunch that day.
Oh yeah,
we went to Tortuga Tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and Tortuga Tavern has a brand new menu. New to me anyways. I don't know how long it's actually been there, but it's a new to me menu. And they have beef rice bowls. There is a new burrito. This food was really, really, really good. I'm talking like Chipotle good. I would have never thought that I would get a meal inside the Magic Kingdom that was as good as like Chipotle, but this meal was as good as Chipotle. I mean, it was good. It was really good food. I was very impressed. So we got the beef rice bowl, and we got the burrito. Now the beef rice bowl was what, $11.49 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It was $11.49 for the beef rice bowl and $8.99 for the burrito. Now this burrito, well, let's start with the beef rice bowl. The beef rice bowl, Ed had that. The beef was tender. It was well cooked. It tasted like it was Chipotle beef. There was also some cilantro lime rice in there, which I love that. There was black beans. There was some pico de gallo on top. I mean, it was like really good stuff. I mean, this was like a first class meal. Ed, you had that. Let's tell them how you enjoyed that.
No. The beef was great. And, nice cola flavoring.
Barbacoa.
Yeah, barbacoa flavoring to it, which was great. Beans are great. Yeah, I'm not a big cilantro lime rice guy, but I mean that was not bad.
Yeah, it was really the food. I mean, this rice bowl, I was shocked at the quality of this rice bowl. I mean, it was really awesome. It was really cool. Let me pull up a picture for you guys watching live so you can see this rice bowl. I mean, you got to see it. It was awesome. Where'd it go? Up there it goes right here. Here you go for those watching live. No, it was Chipotle good. I'm serious. Lon just said in the chat, he said easy killer. I'm like, it was Chipotle good. Other people have tried it and said the same thing. I got the same report from other people that it was good as Chipotle. I'm not even kidding you. The beef, I could not tell the difference between that and Chipotle beef. And I had the burrito, which the burrito was huge. For the price I paid, $8 for this burrito, it was massive. This was a massive burrito for $8. It took 2 hands. I swear this thing weighed over like 2 pounds, and it took 2 hands to hold it up. It was so large, this burrito. And it had the barbacoa beef, it had beans, and it had the cilantro lime rice. It was really, really good. The only thing they don't have anymore is the toppings bar. They got rid of the toppings bar. Everyone liked that because they had the taco salad. But the food before, when they had the taco salad, was more like Taco Bell quality. This is like a really major improvement, or at least it wasn't the day that we went. But they don't have a toppings bar, but they still have salsa and things like that too. So, I mean, you can get salsa in a cup, and it was really good. It was delicious. I put the salsa on there that they gave me, and they gave me sour cream for my burrito, and it was definitely better than Denny's. Someone in the chat asked me if it was better than Denny's. It was definitely better than Denny's. But it was really, seriously, an awesome meal. And that was just the beginning of my food experience. I had a really good food experience at Disney that weekend. Now, I'll get to dinner in a second here, but I want to talk. There was a pre-parade that day for the 3 o'clock Festival of Fantasy Parade. They had a pre-parade with the Disney stars from Disney Channel shows. And everyone lined up. They loved the pre-parade. I don't remember the stars that were there. Let me see. I don't know all the Disney Channel stars, but it was some of the newer stars from Disney Channel, and everybody loved that, and they lined up. And we have video of that on our YouTube page. You can watch that. It was a great. It was just a pre-parade with the stars in there. They had extra cars out for them, all carrying them up the parade route, and we saw the Festival of Fantasy Parade, which is always fantastic. Now that evening we had dinner. We had a dinner reservation plan, and I let Ed pick. And we haven't been to Whispering Canyon in a while, so Ed thought, let's try Whispering Canyon. So if you don't already know, Whispering Canyon is at Wilderness Lodge. They offer a $30 all you can eat, all you care to enjoy skillet, which includes brisket, pulled pork, ribs, chicken, sausage. It includes baked beans. It includes green beans, corn, and mashed potatoes. And you also get a salad to start, which we got a salad to start there. They call it rabbit food. Now, Whispering Canyon is a hootin' and hollerin' type of restaurant. If you ask for ketchup, they're going to bring you every ketchup bottle in the restaurant. There's just a lot of stuff going on there, and it's a lot of fun. It is a really fun restaurant. They actually had cards this time, and you either flip it to the red side or the green side, depending on whether or not you want the craziness or not. You can tell them whether or not you want the craziness. I, of course, wanted the full craziness, because that's why I signed up to go here, because I wanted this crazy experience. But we started out with the salad, and they also brought out this cornbread, which was amazing, with like a honey butter. The cornbread was light and fluffy, and it was sweet, and it had this honey butter with it that was just absolutely fantastic. Really good stuff. Now, they also brought out our dinner entree after that was the barbecue skillet, and you can see it up there. It came with, like I said, brisket, ribs, sausage, all kinds of goodies. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I liked. I really enjoyed the brisket. It was really tender cut, high quality cut of beef, sliced brisket pieces, Just fantastic. The sausage was also very, very good. The pulled pork was definitely tasty. I had to ask, it needed barbecue sauce, which they brought out some warm barbecue sauce. They had hot, warm barbecue sauce in the back, so they brought out that. That was delicious. The baked beans were great. Mashed potatoes were so good, creamy. You could tell it was like a gold or a russet potato, made fresh mashed potato. It had that thick creaminess of a nice quality mashed potato, and that buttery flavor throughout. It was really good. Little corn on the cob there, that was delicious. The veggies were great. I don't think we tried. I'm not a big chicken on the bone person, so we didn't necessarily try the chicken. I think Ed might have had a piece of the chicken. The ribs were also delicious. I mean, everything was fantastic. Ed, you ate it too. What did you think of the meal?
Oh, everything was great. I definitely loved the brisket the most.
I agree. The brisket was my favorite. Now, one of the other things that they offer at this restaurant, which is unique to this restaurant, is all you can drink milkshakes if you can stomach it. Because I always tell myself before I do this, I look at the milkshakes and it's like $5 for like just a regular, like a milkshake, like a vanilla milkshake, and then $2 more to get the all you can drink milkshakes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drink more than one this time. And every time I tell myself I'm going to do it, I never do it. I never finish more than one. So I got the all you can drink milkshakes. I started out with vanilla, and of course I paid $7 and I only drank one milkshake. I'll never learn my lesson. Ed had like 2 milkshakes. I think he had salted caramel or something. Caramel milkshake. How was that?
It was great.
It was good. Now you had how many?
1.5.
1.5. Okay, well you still had more than one. That's good. But Whispering Canyon was fantastic. It was easy to get a reservation about a week in advance. And it's definitely, they have more than just the skillet. I mean, there's steaks and all kinds of other things on the menu too for you to enjoy. But I like the skillet. It's $29.99. It used to include a dessert, but it doesn't include a dessert anymore. So you have to, dessert is extra. But we didn't do a dessert that evening. We went back to Magic Kingdom afterwards, and that was an interesting night because it was sort of like a rainy night, and it was thundering and lightning and stuff like that. And it was weird because we actually got a thunder and a lightning and fireworks show at the same time. And this was actually really weird. We left the resort to go to the park, and as we were walking out of the to the boat dock there, it was doing a lightning and fireworks show. I mean, there was fireworks going off. I saw the flash for the fireworks, and then there was lightning at the same time. It was really interesting. I've never seen that before. It was really cool. So we got back to the parks, hung out for a little bit, did some more attractions, things like that, kind of walked around a little bit. We waited for the Anna and Elsa Frozen pre-parade, which was in front of came out in front of the electrical parade that evening. That was interesting. They rolled in front of the street, and one of the floats there, and did an Anna and Elsa were on the float. That was a lot of fun. I think Olaf was on there too. It was great. So we saw that, and then we saw the electrical parade. It was just all in all a fun night. I mean, there were so many attractions. Pretty much after midnight, I don't remember much of what happened. I know we went from attraction to attraction. We kind of hung out in some places for a little while to cool down. There was dance parties at there was a dance party at let's see, there was one in Frontierland that was outside in Frontierland, and there was one in front of the castle too. Now the one in front of the castle was more of like a popular hits from like 70s, 80s, 90s now. And then the castle one was like a dance party, like hip hop music and things like that. And I actually got to see, that's where I witnessed Chip and Dale doing the wobble dance. And that was interesting. And I heard that we went to Country Bears after the dance party. I don't remember any of that. I do remember, however, Golden Oak, which is my favorite French fry place at Magic Kingdom, or my favorite, I shouldn't say, I guess counter service / snack area, snack booth was open It opened at like 12 noon and was open till 3 a.m. So at 2 a.m. We actually went over there, and that was like 2:30, and we got some French fries. We got the French fries, the poutine fries with the cheese curds and the gravy, and that was pretty awesome. I was just jazzed that it was open that late and I could get cheese fries that late. So that was like my late night snack. It was awesome. I enjoyed that thoroughly, getting that late night snack. That was really cool. So it was a really awesome night. I don't remember what our last attraction was, honestly. We ran around and did so much stuff, and we made it all the way to 6. We did see the final closing ceremonies, which was interesting. They always finish out with singing the Mickey Mouse Club March song at the end of the night, and this time they had everyone hold up their phones and turn on their lights and do like a little light show, and that was kind of interesting. We have video of it on our YouTube page. You can check that out, MickeyUpdates.com on YouTube. But it was interesting. It was a fun night. I mean, it was a fun 24 hours. So it was really cool. We went left, slept for like a few hours, and then that day we actually went over to Animal Kingdom to check out the new Harambe Market area because it opened that Saturday. Now, I didn't know what to expect going into Harambe Market. I had seen the food, and the food looked pretty good, so I was excited to try new food and things like that. It looked fantastic, but when we actually got there, I was beyond impressed. And I got to tell you, this area, for something that is brand new, the theming, the amount of distress that they put on the building, it looked like this had been there for years. I mean, years. I'll give you a shot for those of you looking online of the entrance to Harambe Market. Now Harambe Market is located in the back of the park in the Africa area. And it is as you're walking towards the train in the back there, there's like a pathway that veers off to the right. Take that pathway down, and it goes right into Harambe Market. And it connects to like the outskirts of Africa, Asia there too. It's like a little straight pathway, and it's just a little area. It's like a little town. It's like a little market. There's a Harambe Market, and then if you look across from the Harambe Market, which Harambe Market is sort of like a food court area. There's like 4 different windows that you can actually order food from at Harambe Market. Now, when you look across, though, there's a shop that's opening up, a sweet shop that's opening up. I think they're going to have like bakery goods and things like that. That's opening up in Harambe Market. And there is also some other like facades that don't have anything in them. And actually, I'll tell you this, there's one really cool thing. If you're leaving the Harambe Market, or this archway that you enter into Harambe Market, as you're leaving and walking out of Harambe Market at the archway, if you actually just look up from the archway, just look like almost up, like just up higher above the buildings, you'll actually see it looks like there's buildings on a hill, and there's like 3 stories, and like at the top there's a bar with like chairs and stuff outside, and then there's another level with some more chairs outside and like a restaurant, and then there's the building on the actual ground floor. It actually looks, this like thing they did with the perspective and seeing it, it's pretty awesome. It's like, it doesn't do anything. It's just detail, but it's really, really cool. I was like blown away by that, honestly. The other thing is too, all the props and stuff that are in that area came from Africa. A lot of the props came from Africa. So when you walk into Harambe Market and you walk to the back of the Harambe Market, there's like this giant area filled with props and all kinds of goodies. Actually, I have a picture of it here for those of you watching online. There's this giant area filled with props and shirts, and there's a wagon filled with stuff, and it's all in the back of the Harambe Market, like the food court area in the back behind the chairs, where the chairs are, where you sit. And it just looks awesome. I mean, it looks really cool. It looks like a slice of Africa in Orlando. I mean, it's awesome. So, I mean, bravo to the people that built this thing. I was like blown. I was seriously like I was freaking out over the theming here. I don't know why, but like some of the coolest theming I've seen from Disney and like ever since like New Fantasyland. I mean, and the perspective stuff that they did too was really awesome. I'll give you another example: the train. When you see the train at the station, Harambe Station, you see this like wooden train with kind of a metal roof and things. You see it like kind of straight on. Well, Harambe Market, where the train runs behind Harambe Market, and you see this you see the train roll by, and you only basically see the roof of the train. So you see the roof of the train as it rolls by. I don't know if I have a picture of it on here or not, but you see, no, you don't see it on here, but the roof, you see the roof of the train as it rolls by. So honestly, the train looks completely different as it rolls by in Harambe Market than it does when you're at the Harambe Station. It looks like way older as it passes by Harambe Market because you see this worn out roof and these sort of worn out pillars coming from the train, and it's just that height and what you actually see being that high up, what your viewpoint is of the train, and it makes it so much different. It like blew me away how much different the train looks at Harambe Market than it does at Harambe Station. And that was actually a really cool like trick. I mean, I was pretty impressed. Now, I will well, let's look at the food here. Now there's three, like I said, there's three well, there's four food booths. There's 3 food booths, and then there's a drink booth. So you have we'll start off with Chef Mwanga's specialty ribs. Now, this is the Chef Mwanga's spiced rubbed karubi ribs, and we tried all the food items. Now, this is $13.39. This comes with a green papaya carrot slaw and a chickpea cucumber and tomato salad. Now, you can see it on the picture if you're watching live. This thing is huge. It is a huge rib for $13. I can't even begin to tell you how huge this rib is. It's fantastic. It is huge. The word dino rib was used when describing this. That's how big it is. It is massive. And there's you pull the meat off, and I mean it was tasty. It wasn't a strong like sweet barbecue flavor. It was more of a savory flavor. It was different than a barbecue though. It was really good. I was very impressed. This was the first thing that we actually tried, and I was very impressed. And that rib, I mean, it was enough for like 2 people to eat that rib. I mean, it was packed. And then it came with the chickpea salad on the side, which was very tasty. It had this, all the salads that came with the meals had this sort of like dressing on, like Italian dressing on them, and it was really good, fresh stuff. Now that's Chef Mwanga's, and that's $13.39. So we'll go on from there and look at the next entree here, or the next dish here, and we're gonna go with the Boerewors sausages. Now the Boerewors sausages is what people were kind of looking forward to the most, because this is the hand-dipped, fried in curry corn batter with roasted broccoli and tomato salad. This is a African sausage, more of, I would consider it almost like a bratwurst maybe, inside a curry corn batter corn dog. Now this did not taste like a corn dog. Unfortunately, it was good, but it doesn't have the flavor, I would say, of a corn dog. It's different. It's not that sweet corn flavor that you get from a corn dog, and it was a little more, I want to say, more of a savory flavor. There was a little bit of sweet, but it was mostly like a salty flavor. But it was still tasty. Now this came with the broccoli and onion and tomato salad, which once again is tossed together in that Italian style dressing. They wouldn't tell us we asked what the dressing was. We asked one of the leads what the dressing was, and they couldn't tell us what it was or what was in it. But it was still very delicious. It was still a very delicious dish. Now, the other booth they have here is the grill. The grill features a grilled chicken skewer, which we tried, which I think both of us, that was Ed's dish, and I think both of us can kind of agree it wasn't the greatest dish. I don't know about you, Ed. Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, it definitely wasn't the greatest one.
What did you think about your chicken kebab? Was it dry?
I mean, it was good, you know, just I don't. Maybe a little dry.
The piece that I had wasn't. Everyone complained that it was dry. The piece that I had wasn't dry. It tasted like it was. It tasted like it was a little undercooked, although it wasn't. It had sort of a weird texture. This is just like a chicken skewer, and it was served with this broccoli, tomato, onion thing. The same thing that the corn dog was served with. I have to say I was not overly impressed with this dish. And it's, what is it, $8.99. Let me put the menu. $8.99 for this one. I don't think you got a lot of value for your money there, because you got the one chicken skewer, which had about 4 or 5 pieces of smaller pieces of thinner pieces of chicken on it, and then you went on to the and then you had the salad with it as well. So I wasn't too impressed with that one, but the grill did have the best dish that I had at the whole shebang, and that was the ground beef kebab flatbread. Now this was a flatbread say I want to say flatbed. Flatbread sounds wrong to me. A flatbread sandwich with it had slaw on top. There was these little strips of grilled meat on top of it, and the slaw. And if you've ever had like kefta kebab, like if you go to a Greek restaurant, you can get like the kefta meat with that spice, not necessarily spice, but that's garlicky, kind of not really spicy, but maybe just a tiny bit of flavor. That's what this had, this meat, and it was delicious. Now this comes with the tomato, cucumber, and salad thing again. Now this one came in there was 2 flatbreads on my plate. This is a normal thing. Everyone else was getting the same thing. This was enough for 2 people. I'm not even kidding. This was what, $9.99 I think it was for this one, or $9.49. $9.49 for this. And this is a meal for 2. I'm not even joking. I ate the one flatbread by myself, and I wrote a write-up on this on the website. You can check it out and look at the photos of this, or you can check our Flickr. It's on there. It's all over the place. But this seriously, we shared one of the flatbreads, and we each had pieces of it. And then I had the whole other flatbread to myself. It was 2 flatbread pieces, and they both had the same amount of meat. It was about 5 or 6 pieces of meat altogether, these strips of meat, 5 or 6 strips of meat. And they were long strips of meat, and this is a big flatbread. And with the slaw and everything, I ate the whole flatbread, and I was good by myself with just the one flatbread. So it was really tasty. I was very impressed by this dish. I mean, bang for the buck wise, it's awesome. And then they had it came with this broccoli tomato salad, which is really good too. I like that too. So overall, this was my favorite. I think the rib was my second favorite, and then the corn dog would be my third, and the last would be the chicken skewer. Now, this is all they have to offer except for dessert. They have one dessert. Each booth has the same dessert. It's an African milk tart, which is basically a cucumber custard in a chocolate, encased in a chocolate crust, like tart pastry crust, and they drizzled some chocolate on top. This was good. Nothing too exciting here, but it was the only dessert they had besides cookies. So if you don't, it's either this or cookies. But for a counter service, I must say this is a major improvement, and everyone left the table thinking, "Wow, this is a major improvement on counter service inside Animal Kingdom." So it was something unique, and it was really good. So we were all very impressed with this dining option. So it was really good. Now, the only other booth that they have is the drinks booth, which features cool drinks. They feature a drink called a Star of Harambe, which is a frozen drink, alcoholic drink, and it comes in a Star African rum blended with mango puree. Star is, of course, an African. Oh, I said that, African rum. Ed actually has some. I've had it. It's really good. Star rum is really good. And it's $17.25, and it comes in a souvenir tumbler. And I saw the tumbler. It looks really nice. And they have all kinds of different wines, and there's African wine, South African wines. There's a South African beer, the Safari Amber. There was a watermelon lemonade. There's also they serve Bibo there, which is a South African drink that you can get at the Club Cool, and they serve that here, and you can get. And people are actually, what was it? They were mixing it with the watermelon lemonade, or with lemonade, or something like that, making a drink.
I do not know.
But it was. I don't care for sodas other than really Coke, and this was okay, but I'm not really a soda guy, like a flavored soda guy. I'm just more of a Coke and Mountain Dew are like my only two. If I drink soda, which I don't really drink soda, I drink a lot of iced tea. But Ed, you had this.
No, it was great. It had a nice fruit flavor to it.
It's a strawberry and kiwi soda, correct?
Mango and kiwi.
Mango and kiwi. Okay,
a nice mango
really
flavor to it.
But the area is really nice. You have to go and check it out. There's a lot of stuff. Honestly, if for your first time, if you go there, really walk around, go to a cast member and ask them what the story is. That to me is cool too. Finding out what the story is and finding out what the market is themed after and stuff like that. Not only that, but going around on the walls, there's a lot of sayings in Swahili and stuff like that. And we went around that day just translating things from Swahili to English. There's also some hidden Mickeys in there. There's so much detail for you to see. I mean, like there was like a jacket sitting on top of a barrel, and you could kind of see it, but you couldn't see it. Or no, it's like a bag or something, and it had a patch on it, and the patch said Mouseketeer, and for the Mouseketeers. So I mean, there's a lot of cool hidden stuff all over the place. You have to look at every corner of the place, and we spent a good probably 2-3 hours just investigating and eating, and I really was impressed. There's so much detail, and it was a lot of fun. I was very impressed. One of the things I'll give away here on the show, for you guys that you can't see this, but for listening, but if you're watching live, you can see this. But when you enter the Harambe Market area from the Africa area by the train, you get to this thing, and I'm going to pronounce this probably horribly wrong, but there's a Mickey on a wall. I wouldn't say crudely drawn, but like an older style Mickey on the wall, not like something you'd see, something you'd see in Africa. And underneath the Mickey, it says Fikwa Fellow. And if you translate Fikwa, Fichwa, if you translate that word from Swahili to English, it actually means hidden. So hidden fellow. So I'm assuming that is like a hidden Mickey. The work in finding out he's hidden is the fact that you have to translate the Swahili to English. And there was other sayings all over the place that some were in Swahili and English, and then some were just in Swahili, and we translated those. So there's just a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool detail. I was very, very impressed at the details in this. I mean, I was absolutely blown away, especially that 3-level, multi-level platform, or like it almost looks like a hill. It was just too cool. I mean, I had a blast. So definitely check that out. There's a new shop opening up, a sweet shop opening up. You definitely have to check that out. It's coming soon. I think like in another week or so it opens up. So definitely check that out. But go to Harambe Market. You'll have a blast. It's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. And that night we saw the fireworks again. Always good to see the Star Wars fireworks again. We did the Star Wars fireworks and then did left. But it was a good night. I like the fireworks. I don't care for the pre-show, but I like the fireworks. They're really good fireworks. So I would see them as many times as possible. So it was really good. But an awesome day. Animal Kingdom, you got to check out Harambe Market. I'm telling you, it's really awesome. But I think that's going to do it for this show. We've talked about a lot this week, kind of play catch up because I haven't had my laptop. So I couldn't get a show out last week. I apologize for that, but we'll get on to that. Just some housekeeping things, I guess. Starting I'll mention this for you guys that listen on here. Starting next week, it looks like I am going to be a member of another podcast as well as this one. I'm going to be doing 2 podcasts now. The WDW Fanboys podcast. I'm going to join that and be a member on that podcast. It's a little more. I don't want to say it's a little more I don't want to say intense, but not as it's different than this. I'll just say it's very different than this. You have to listen for yourself. It's very different than this. It's more opinions and things like that, but it's very different than this podcast. So you guys have to listen to me on there. I'm going to be a permanent member on that. So that's awesome. I think, Kevin Yee is going to join us on that too. So that'll be really cool to have him on there too. As far as things we're going to do this weekend, tomorrow night, we're actually checking out the Republic, which is inside the Magic Ricky Briganti, his attraction, our immersive theater. I'm very excited about that. Yes, Lon, someone just asked if that's on iTunes. WD Fanboys is on iTunes. They took a little bit of break, but now they're coming back, and we're going to be on it. Or I'm going to be on it. But tomorrow night, I'm going to see the Republic, which is Ricky Briganti's project that he's been working on, which is an immersive theater. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to try this out and check out what they've got going on there and check out all that great stuff there. So it's going to be really, really cool. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. And Saturday, we are going to Fun Spot. I haven't been to Fun Spot in a while, and I want to check out Gator Spot and all that other stuff. And it is going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot. I love the coasters at Fun Spot, and it's just a lot of fun. So I want to check out Gator Spot too, because Gator Spot sounds awesome. So it's going to be pretty cool to see some gators and have some fun. So that's going to do it for this week's show. We want to make sure you guys check out couponorlando.com. We want to check them out for all your coupon needs in Orlando, for looking for deals for hotels, whatever you're looking for, attractions, things like that. We have them on couponorlando.com. And soon we will have tickets on there available from MapleLeafTickets.com, our other sponsor. They've been providing discount Orlando Air Attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com or call 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. And we should have tickets on there soon from Maple Leaf Tickets, and we'll have special deals on tickets just for you guys that visit couponorlando.com. So it's going to be awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. We want to thank you for joining us this week, and hope you guys have a great week. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Periscope. Watch out for our live feeds. I'm going to do some at Fun Spot on Saturday. So we'll have some from the coasters. I'm going to try to do a live feed of the coasters and things like that. So it should be pretty freaking awesome. So check that out, guys. All right, have a good night, and we will see you next week. All right. Oh, my mic is like out of whack here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us in the chat here this week. We had a lot of fun being with you guys. So it is going to be awesome. Check out the new show coming up. I'm going to be on WDW Fanboys. So I will be joining them. And Mickey Updates is awesome. Why can't James Arnold Taylor say that? If he said that like 50 times on stage, we'd be much better. I would enjoy that pre. Now that should be the pre-show for Star Wars. Isn't Mickey Updates awesome? So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for joining us here live. They're abandoning me. Okay, I don't know what that is. But that's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you for joining us this week. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you again next week. Make sure you follow us on Periscope, because we do lots and lots and lots of Periscopes, because I love it. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Bye now.